Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Javeria Ahmed, roll number 2022 CE10. So today I will discuss lecture 12 of CS 5150. It is about projects and processes. Here we will see the stakeholders in software projects, which include clients, developers, um, customers, society, users, and sometimes the venture captures as well. Then we will see how we can manage risk in projects, and then after that we will see the different development processes that we can use in software development, which include waterfall method, agile, scrum, and much more. So now we will see them in detail. This is our second lecture. So we'll start with our stakeholders. Okay, so when we start our project, we first see that uh, who are our stakeholders. Okay, then developers are a main part of our stakeholders, and um, they get almost 30% of the 30% part of the uh, project, and are also an expensive resource. Okay, and then we have client who has the problem, and he or she wants a solution for it. Then we have customer who buys the software. We have user who are end users, which finally use that interface. And then we have society, which is also affect in um, some cases. So now, okay, we have breakout risk. So first we will see that we have three trade-offs, like we have function, cost, and time. If we increase the functionality, then we will also have to increase the cost and the time. Okay, and these trade-offs are and priorities. Who should set priorities when deciding trade-offs? So yes, the client who has a main problem and wants a solution, uh, is and only only he can maintain or set priorities about these trade-offs. Consequences: failed projects can bankrupt companies. When companies are working on many large projects, then if the projects fail, then the companies can also become bankrupt. And there are also many consequences of a failed project. So now we have minimizing risk. How can we minimize a risk? Communication. First of all, if there is no communication gap between the development and the client, then many risks can be overcome. So yes, developers build the wrong software does not need client needs, and why this will happen? Only if developer don't know in detail what is the problem of a client. Okay, and if he or she knows, the developers know, okay, what is the problem, then he or she might be able to easily configure it and uh, then give a solution, give a practical solution to it. So yeah, communicating via deliverables. So how developers can communicate to clients? They provide the deliverables, which include they basically include reports and kind of demonstrations, etc. And we will see in details what they basically are in our next lectures. Then we have requirements and design separated. Okay, like we have requirements. We will provide a requirement document, and then the client can see that whether these requirements are aligning with his requirements or not. And then design. We can also show the prototype of the if we will suppose an app for this whole lecture. Okay, so if we will provide a prototype for that app, and we will see that if that prototype aligns with client's needs or not. Then we have milestones and releases. Milestones and releases mainly include the reports, user and acceptance testing, which is done after the complete making of the app. Or okay, user testing is after the prototyping actually, and acceptance testing is after when we are done with coding process as well. And then handover, which is handing over to the client. Visibility, yeah, if there is a clear visibility to the client about what is going on in the project, then there is a maximum chance that the project will not be failed. Okay, there can be minor changes, but there is not a big drastic change in the project. This is all about this thing that I have explained you already. Short development cycles improve visibility, that we develop a part of an app, and then we show it or hand over it to the client. We will see different types of software development processes where we can see how we actually deliver the the software to the client, whether in whether in a parts form or in a like in a scrum form or like in different forms, how we will deliver it to the client, whether in incremental as well. Okay, so then we have project management. Project management includes track progress against schedule. We track progress against each schedule K, if we are done with this or not. Prioritize tasks K, these tasks are important, so we need to do them first and then the other one. Personal management, if the people are if the people or developers have the right skills or not. Compliance advising, understand legal, regulatory, economic environment. Development processes, enforce best practices to minimize risk without excessive overhead. Okay, okay, which will be the best practice? We will also see in detail that which how we select a design pattern or uh, design prototype, etc. in detail in the next lecture, like in fourth or fifth, if I'm not wrong. Yes, we have development processes composed of process decisions, trade-off between risk reduction and overhead. Okay, these are basically the Lean theory. So now we have process steps. So this is basically proper SDLC um, process steps. These are basically the proper SDLC process steps. We have complete steps. Firstly, we have testing and documentation occur in many steps. Okay, so these are the SDLC steps. Feasibility and planning. We will see that we will see the feasibility study, and then we will plan for that project. Then we will see the requirements, and we will make a traceability matrix. I will discuss about it as well in my next videos. Then we will see system and interface design, which we can share with our client in the form of a prototype. I will also show you the prototype made in Figma, which is all about UI UX designing, and it is not okay. So it will be basically about only UI UX designing and how we make a prototype, and then we get select and then we show it to the client, and then we when it is final, then we convert it to the development code as well. So yeah, and then we have system interface design, program development, coding, acceptance and release. These basically include the testing, and this is maintenance. Now we have breakout. Okay, so now we have software methodologies, which include formal, informal. Formal is basically for heavyweight methodology, and informal includes lightweight methodology. Duration means that the time that these methodologies take, and ordering of steps, like in lightweight, uh, we deliver the project in incremental order, while in heavyweight we provide the like we send the project completely at once. Waterfall methodology, it is basically a heavyweight methodology based on traditional engineering project management. Here we okay. So the main thing was that in waterfall methodology that we start when we have when we okay in start we have requirements, then we have design. So if we have completed the requirements phase 100%, only then we will be able to move towards the design phase. And if we have to make some change in the requirement phase, this is not possible, because we have like already moved to another step, and in waterfall methodology this is not allowed. Also, if after completing a single like if after completing a phase we can't go back, we can't go back. But in like okay, so its advantages include separation of tasks. Yes, process visibility will be better, but this problem was mitigated a bit in this modified waterfall methodology model. Here, okay, here we basically make in the form okay, if after completing a phase we can go back to a previous phase, but during a phase we cannot go back to our phase, another phase. So this was a change. Iterative refinement means we create a prototype in start. This is a medium weight process. We create a prototype in start, and then we show this prototype to the stakeholders. Uh, they can refine it as well, and after that, when it is refined, we plan to throw it away, and then we create the actual design. Then we have incremental delivery. This is basically in agile methodology or lightweight methods. And agile methodology includes user stories. User stories basically are in this form like I will show you in the further slides, in the next slides as well, in the next videos as well. Incremental planning is basically we plan a bit of the project and then we start coding on it, and then we along with it again we plan for the rest of the project, and then we code for it as well. So then we have small releases. Then we have simple design. We create a simple design. There is no any restriction on it. Test first development. We create the test cases first, and then then we code the make the code. Periodic refactoring. We need to change the code as well. Pair programming means uh, two or more developers work together. We will also see the peer review in the next slides. Collective ownership. Each member is the owner and responsible for the project failure or uh, betterment. Continuous integration, and then we hand over it to the on-site customer. In Scrum we have we basically in start take all the requirements and then we put them in the backlog. Uh, from that backlog, basically Scrum is a 2 to 4 weeks task, and from that backlog we take sprints. Yes, tasks collected from the backlog, which is basically a sprint. We work on one sprint each month, each week, and then after that we deliver that sprint in code plus document form. Okay, then we have daily meetings in which we in the start we see whether how much task we have done and how much task is remaining. Provides good visibility and communication, etc. But it is tricky to scale to large projects. Then we have integration and configuration. This is basically leverage commercial off the shelf platforms where we have the software for particular users, and it is more expensive as well. Then we have mixed methodologies as well. This is all from the phase development, early benefit from an initial investment, facilitates cost control, clarifies requirements for later phases. So this is basically okay. Sorry, risk reduction practices also include prototyping because here, before writing a single line of code, we create a prototype and we show it to the stakeholders, and when they approve it, then definitely there will be no failure or there will be no problem in the requirements. So then we convert it into code. So this is all from the lecture. If you have any question, you can ask in the comment section. Thank you so much.